You can stop buying Hawaiian rolls at the store now because I have finally perfected the Hawaiian Sweet Roll. It took some trial and error over several months, but now I am happy to finally share with you my recipe. My friends, this is a recipe you will not want to miss. Let me show you how to make it. Put the bowl right in the middle. Right in the middle. Oh no, not the butter there. Here, let's put the butter back into the bowl. My son's going to help me today make these rolls, and to start off we're going to need 6 tablespoons of butter, of which we will need to melt. My son is an excellent helper. To the butter we will need to add 2/3 of a cup of whole milk and 1/4 cup of white sugar. Whisk all of these ingredients together and bring to 100 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Once the mixture is up to temperature, add 1 tablespoon of active dry yeast. Give this a quick mix and let proof for about 10 minutes until the mixture gets lots of bubbles. Once it's proofed and about doubled in size, it is ready to add the remainder of the ingredients. With a KitchenAid mixer or large mixing bowl, start by adding 5 cups of all-purpose flour, or 625 grams. If you're not weighing your flour, I would recommend you start with 4 cups and then add more if it seems too wet. Also to the flour, add 2½ teaspoons of salt. Give this a quick stir to combine, and then while mixing, add in the yeast mixture from earlier, followed by 6 ounces of pineapple juice, warmed to 90 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 1 beaten egg, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of white vinegar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Scrape down the sides of the bowl if needed, and at this point I realized that this was far too wet. I had only added 500 grams of flour. So here I go adding the additional 125 grams to get me to 625, as well as making a large mess. Now you could continue to mix this with the dough hook on the KitchenAid mixer for about 5 to 8 minutes until it's completely kneaded, but whenever I try to do this, it always seems like it becomes over-kneaded. I always end up leaving it in there too long. Over-kneaded dough is tight and tough and ends up making a bread that is without fluff. So to avoid that, I like finishing the kneading by hand. That way I can tell immediately how the dough feels and when it's ready. Whichever method you decide, knead the dough until it's lost its stickiness and it pops back when you poke it. This is a bit of a softer dough, so don't be afraid if it doesn't have a lot of spring when you poke it. Once the dough is ready, grab a large mixing bowl. Hello there. And plop the dough directly into the bowl. Cover completely with plastic wrap and let rise for 1 to 1½ hours, or until doubled. Remove the dough from the bowl and get ready to form them into rolls. Forgot to spray the bowl. This recipe will make a total of 18 rolls. Either eyeball to get 18 evenly sized pieces, or take all of the dough and weigh it and then divide the total mass by 18. This will give you the most precise way to get 18 evenly sized rolls. For my case, each roll came to be around 66 grams. To form the rolls, you can gently flatten and then fold the sides into the center, sort of sideways karate chop the bottom of the roll to get the seams to press together. And you can also cup the roll with your hand and roll it around to close up the seam. And once you have a tight ball of dough, it's ready to be placed in a greased baking dish. A greased 9 by 13 inch baking dish works really well for this, and 6 rows of 3 will work very well in this pan. Continue with all of the remaining dough until all of the rolls are formed. Once all of the rolls are formed, these will need to take another rest to rise for 1 to 1½ hours until doubled. After the rolls have rested and just about doubled in size, take 1 egg and 1 tablespoon of water, beat them together, and add this egg wash to all of the rolls. This egg wash will help to give a nice golden brown exterior to all of the rolls. After this, these rolls are ready for the oven. Bake at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 23 minutes until golden brown. Once the rolls are out of the oven, immediately brush on 2 tablespoons of melted butter. And make sure to get butter on every surface you can find. Use every last drop. And now there's nothing left to do except to let these rolls cool for at least 10 minutes. You could eat them sooner than this, but you might risk burning your hands or mouth. These are extremely hot. I say this from personal experience because I definitely have not waited the full 10 minutes. Most often. because honestly it is so hard to wait for these to cool because they are absolutely delicious. These rolls are soft, pillowy, and full of sweet goodness. There's just something about a homemade roll. It really doesn't come close to anything you can buy in the store. And I do really enjoy the rolls from the store, like King's Hawaiian, but these rolls I would pick any day over those. These may take some time and love to make, but hey, I think that's a bit of what makes them special. Well, now you know how to make perfectly delectable Hawaiian sweet rolls at home. I really hope you try out this recipe and are able to start enjoying some homemade rolls yourself. Well, I hope you can give this recipe a try and enjoy. If you liked this video or learned something, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. As always, thanks so much for watching. See you next time.